doing today?
Good.
Oh, you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us here at Tam Talks. I appreciate you so much, taking the time up from your extremely, and guys, I mean extremely busy schedule. She has, I don't know how she does it.
I don't know either.
So, Lauren, one of the reasons I have, I got to know you before, but then I got to know you because of your cakes. So tell us a little bit about what got you started with cakes. What is your love for cakes?
It's funny. I thought about that this morning because I figured that's something I would be asked. So for me, it pretty much started when I was younger. My mom used to bake a lot. And at the time, my godmother used to live with her, and my godmother baked also. So my mom kind of like watched her, and she used to take classes every now and then. I think it was at Save-A-thon in Brooklyn. And so my mom kind of like, looked at her, picked up on certain techniques. My mom took her own like little classes or whatever. Nothing like, none of those really expensive, chef culinary school kind of classes, but just those like, those little classes that teach you how to roll fondant, how to make designs on fondant. So I would just watch my mom. And as I got older, it just became a thing where I just wanted to try it myself. And when I saw how good I was just like, okay, maybe I can just, continue with this and see where it goes. And from time to time, I look at pictures because I think my first cake I ever did was probably, I want to say maybe over 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So maybe 2008 or something like that. So when I look at those cakes where I started to now, it's like, whoa. So like as time passed, I was just like, wow, like I really like this. I really enjoy the reaction, people get, the excitement, the, oh my God, this is great. Even sometimes I get like, sometimes negative feedback, like I receive all of that well. So, just being able to be a part of someone else's event and make it happy, make it whatever it is that the cake or the sweets may do for the event. That's the part that I love. So over time, my love for it just kind of grew. And, I started, watching my own videos, taking my own little classes to help perfect, certain things. And here I am. I still have a ways to go. But I still love it.
So apart from sweets, though, there's so much other things that you do. Share with us some of the other ventures you're in, and let people know you also have a 9-to-5 job while doing all of this. So this is not just, I make cake, by the way. This is, I have a full 9-to-5 job.
Yes.
I have a full little human being to raise.
Yes. Yes.
A house, and you're doing all of this. What are some of the other projects that you're working on?
So, like you said, 9 to 5, I have a child, I have a husband. We, not too long ago, moved into our first home. I'm in school. I'm in grad school, so I'm almost done with grad school. I have the cake business. I also have a jewelry business too, which I kind of slowed down on that because I'm still kind of just trying to brainstorm how I want to like get back into that, because I feel like the way that I was doing it before was just kind of exhausting, I guess. So now I'm just working on, a plan on how to get back in there. And like I was talking to you, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, that I'll be getting into tax soon as well, mainly because of the fact that, like I was sharing, that you have these big companies that are owned by, Caucasians or, and you don't see a lot of these type of companies owned by African Americans. So I feel like it's important to basically step in and try to, open those type of businesses, take up that kind of space, where we can, give back to our own communities. We can prepare taxes for them. You can teach them financial literacy, all those kind of things. I feel like it's just very important. So that's it for now. I don't know. I see myself, I've always thought it was kind of crazy to want to have multiple businesses, but then I make it a point, especially with social media, to follow people that kind of have the same mindset as me. Because it just gives you that encouragement. So one of like my biggest encouragements that I see online is Candy Burris. She has so many businesses, and I just love her can do it all attitude. So yeah, that's it for now.
Different streams, yeah.
Yeah, different streams.
You have to, and especially with everything going on, you're able to, okay, so this is happening, I can then go to one business, and then you're able to save a lot more when you have different streams of income, because then, you know, something is coming up, you could, you know, work a little extra in this business, and then you still get to save the lump sum of your money. So
yeah,
kudos to that. And our neighbors are saying yay, but that's okay. That's okay. So you come from a extremely talented family. So guys, if you don't know, Lauren has to explain this to you. It's, if you have an event, I strongly recommend you just go say, Lauren, can I have your family?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And you know what the funny thing is? We've talked about one day maybe having a huge building where if you want to plan a wedding, we are your one-stop shop. So
Sure.
I do cakes. I can provide, you know, the jewelry accessories for the bridal party. My sister does catering. She can cater from an event of 50 to an event of 500 or whatever. You know, she's super talented. You know, she loves what she does. My cousin does hair. She did the hair for my bridal party for my wedding. So it's like we are literally like, you know, and then we also have our own connections with people that does like invitations, things of that nature. So we literally are like your one-stop shop, right, family?
And you guys are good. I mean, it's one thing to have a one-stop shop and be like, I probably shouldn't stop here one time. But you guys are actually good. Like, I've seen your sister's interior design. I've seen your cake, your sweet table, your presentation. You customize. You go all out. Like, you put your heart into it. Now, girl, let me tell you. So that strawberry shortcake. You remember the little jar?
Yeah.
So I, you know, by the way, I took it from you. You know, I told you, by the way, I was going to get it. I gave my mom. I never got it back. I never got the jar back. And my sister literally came out and she was like, oh, so now we know where we're going to go to get our events catered. I was like, I've been telling you.
Oh, my God.
Because sometimes people make stuff and it's like too sweet. And it's like, I can feel I'm eating the diabetes into my body.
Yeah, yeah.
And guys, for those of you that don't know, she does vegan too. I'm holding my face because she does vegan.
Yes,
you're vegan.
No, I'm not actually.
Oh, you're not.
But I have a lot of friends that they are vegan. And one of my best girlfriends, her and her husband are vegan. And they're kind of the ones that like pushed me into that. They're just like, okay, veganism is growing now. It's on the rise. So that's a whole nother market right there for people. So from them, I've gotten so many other like vegan orders. And the cake tastes amazing. Like,
you can't taste the difference.
You can't taste the difference. It's so good. You cannot taste the difference. And that's what I like.
You made my nephew's cake. And so initially, even though I ordered it, I wasn't going to eat it. I was like, I want some vegan cake, right? I wasn't going to eat it. Because I know your cakes are good, but I was like, vegan cake? Nobody want that. Yeah. And then my son brought home peas. And girl, let me tell you. When I tell you I was upset. I was like, Andrew, you didn't bring more for mommy? Like, that's all. I was all for the vegan. Listen, Lauren, it was good. It was good. Yeah. What is your favorite cake or your favorite dessert, rather, to make? Get excited, yeah.
You know, honestly, I'm really starting to like the jars. Because I feel like with the jars, it's funny because I've been able to get so creative with the jars. So I basically started with just one like cheesecake jar, and then I was just like, I'm thinking of what other, you know, different flavors can I do? I tried a lemon one. The lemon one was, I did a chocolate one, but that one but I made it more like a mousse kind of, so it's a little bit lighter than cheesecake. I did the strawberry shortcake one, which was fun because I knew I didn't want it to be too sweet. So the actual like real strawberry that I'm putting in there, when I'm making the mixture, I have to keep in mind that I can't make it too sweet, because you're putting that with cheesecake, with some kind of cake. You don't want it to be too sweet.
Right.
So the jars have been pretty fun to make. Aside from that, though, because
fun to eat.
And that too. And because, I just started that. Honestly, I love naked cakes. I love the look of naked cakes. Any type of like buttercream kind of cakes. And I think because I worked so hard at perfecting that I enjoy doing those now. So, and it's funny because when I first started, I loved doing fondant cakes. Like fondant was it for me. I was so terrified of buttercream because you don't want it to melt. You don't want this to happen. So as time went on, I perfected how to make it, how to store it, and like basically getting a time frame on how long it would really take me to make a good cake that I can make and get it from point A to point B without any issues happening. And I've had much success with it. So yeah, like that's like my favorite now. Now I can't stand fondant. I cannot stand fondant unless if I'm making like a decoration for a cake, then that's fine. But doing a whole fondant cake now, it's annoying.
Gotcha. For weddings, what would you say is the most requested flavor? Because, everybody has their own thing. What is the most requested, and what do you think will be the best flavor that people should have at their weddings?
Vanilla.
Ooh.
Vanilla, is one of the most requested. And I mean, I've never, I can't even say like it's, I don't know. It's vanilla. It's just that basic kind of flavor. No one can say, "Oh, I don't like this." It's vanilla. Like, the second one up would probably be like red velvet, but red velvet is so like not everybody likes red velvet, but everyone loves vanilla. Sometimes if somebody says they want to do something different, it's mainly because, oh, I just want to be different. But it's vanilla.
Gotcha. I love vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, I think it was late last year, you kind of broke my heart. So I'm in love with red velvet. And then you posted this thing on stories that said, do y'all people that don't like chocolate cake realize that it's just color? And I was like, what? I was so sad. I was like, she just broke my heart. Like, I read the post like 25 times, and I was just staring at your stories.
It's funny because, and the thing is too, when you taste it, I'm like, how do people not taste? Well, I don't know. People make it different ways. But I'm like, how do you not taste the like cocoa type flavor in the cake? At least when I make it, because I use cocoa. So it's like, how do they not taste the cocoa? But I do know that there are some people that do not use cocoa at all. I guess some people who are like allergic to chocolate or whatever. I know some people don't use it. They make it their own kind of way, which is probably something I should look into. Because I do have friends that can't have chocolate, but I know they want to try red velvet. But if they know that there's any kind of chocolate in it, then they can't have it.
Gotcha. But, I personally could have never tasted the cocoa. I dislike chocolate cake. I dislike chocolate ice cream. So when you told me, I was upset because I felt like, that thing where you think you're allergic to something, you told everybody, then they sneak it in your food. And
you're like, wait, no.
I had one of those moments. I was very taken back by the fact that, it is just chocolate with some red coloring. So thank you for bursting my bubble. So for those of you that I may burst your bubble today, she burst mine first. Where do you see yourself in about, say, I won't even project it to 10, 20 years. So probably like the next 3 years pertaining to cakes and just being creative, not just cakes, because you do sweet tables, you do personalized cookies, guys. And I'm telling you, that banana pudding that Lauren makes.
Oh my God, I got it. Somebody asked me to make more this morning. So
make more. Listen, when I see you on Instagram and you're like putting it out, I'm like, oh God, And like her husband must be so happy. He gets to sit there and see he can't touch it probably, but he gets to watch it. Such a beautiful thing. Listen. But back to my question. Where do you see yourself with like your sweet company in, I say company because that's where I see, in probably the next, 3 to 5 years projection?
In the next 3 years, I would like to grow my customer base. I often think about the possibility of like eventually doing it full time or opening like a little shop or something like that. But I feel like I would need to get like more clients, and on a consistent basis. This whole like pandemic, honestly, this has been the busiest I've been in a while. So I'm so grateful for it. And, it makes me think like, oh my gosh, when all of this is over, like what's going to happen? But I'm not even like thinking in that way. I'm just kind of thinking of, you know what, this is my time. And this is my time to solicit new clients, to get new products out there so that other people can taste it too. That's why every time you look on my page, you see I'm having some kind of sale or special or whatever, because I really want people, to basically know about me. I'm basically creating an awareness for my brand and the things that I make. So in the next 3 years, definitely growing my base. Yeah, that's 3 years. I would say that. And also, learning how to do more. Just like little treats. Like I did do a class on macaron making, and it's so annoying.
I was not expecting that.
It's annoying. I understand why they charge so much for one cookie because it is annoying. But it's something that I think about. People do ask me about it, and I would love to, perfect making that too. But it's just it's really tedious. You have to make sure your batter is right, that it has feet, that, it raises properly, and then you have to put it in the oven for a certain amount of time to make sure it's perfect. It has to be kind of like crispy on outside, but still chewy. And like, there's a science. So I understand why people charge so much for just one. But that's one thing I would definitely like to make. And just getting creative, with the things that I do. Like I said, again, on my social media, I'm very strategic with who I follow, especially on my business page. So I have like certain people that I follow that really inspire me, like Your Cake Diva, Cake King, Chef Jeff, like all those people. They're all young Black people just doing their thing, and they're being so creative and just, and I'm also thinking about branching out into possibly doing classes, because I do have people that ask me questions about, my buttercream and how do I get my cake to be moist in the middle, like, and I'm like, these are all things that, I've learned, I've done through trial and error, and it would be good to be able to share it with other people. I just want to just focus on just really building myself out, and then eventually it will be great to have like my own little shop, even if I'm open 2-3 days in a week, just for, people to come in. I want it to be kind of like a cafe. Ooh. Where they can come and have like muffins, or I'm learning how to make donuts. They can come have a donut and just, sit, relax. If you want to watch the news, if you need to work, just kind of almost like a Starbucks, but not quite a Starbucks. But
a black box.
Yeah. Like a Sweet Bucks, or something.
That's a good one. I like your t-shirt.
Yes.
I'm now seeing it. My 33rd birthday.
One where I was quarantined.
Oh, what? Again, happy birthday. And you're doing your thing. What's the craziest cake you've ever had to make, or the craziest request you go like, listen, we're not doing that?
Ooh, this woman, what did she, it was her bachelorette party, and you know how the bachelorette parties go. And she asked me for a penis cake. And I was just like, oh, no. No, I'm like, no, I can't. I'm sorry, I'm unavailable. Like, I mean, those are things that people want, but and plus too, when I was asked to do that, I wasn't as confident in my skills. So I'm also, one thing I feel like is very important as a cake maker or designer, or whatever you want to call yourself, is that you have to really be aware of your skill set and don't accept orders if you know you can't fulfill them.
That is true.
If I know I'm not really like I can do certain things, I'm not even going to try. Especially if I'm not even given enough time to really try. So,
gotcha.
Yeah. So that was one, and then there was another one where this was like a tie. It was a baby shower, and this woman asked for a cake of, like when the baby's coming out. I was like, why would I do that? It's like, no.
How would you want to have a memory?
Right, exactly. Why would you want to remember that?
I don't even want to see it when it's happening.
I was like, I'm busy. I can't. I'm not available.
What? That's great. I was not expecting that. Wow. People are weird. Let's just leave that there. Okay, I'm very taken back by that. Okay, so Lauren, what is your favorite sweet to make apart from cake? Say someone says, can you do a sweet table for me apart from the cake or the cupcakes? What is the thing that you enjoy making or designing of those?
I like doing, it's actually something new that I started doing, cake popsicles. I made them this year for a friend's baby shower in January. And the cake popsicles, I like them because it's different. It's like a cake pop, but it's a little bit easier in terms of it has a mold that you can use. And it was fun. I mean, it's a little challenging, but it wasn't something that I would like lose sleep over. It was a challenge, but it's fun to make, and it really looks pretty when it's all done. You can decorate it however you want to, and that's really fun. I like making cake popsicles. I do like making cake shooters. They are like in the little, I haven't done them in a while, since I started doing banana pudding. They're in like little cups, and they're pretty cool too, because I get to be kind of like fancy with how it looks. I actually like doing cookies. Cookies. I feel like I'm still kind of fairly new to cookies, but I like buying the molds and the cutters, and watching how they bake, and when they cool, and just I think that's another thing too. I want to like learn how to do more different types of designs that I've been seeing. But you have to really have like a steady hand, and that's one thing too. Like lately, my hands have been hurting because I've been doing a lot of like mixing and stuff like that. So, but cookies are really cool to make, and they look really pretty when they're all done and dried. And of course, I love a good cupcake. With cupcakes, you can stuff them now. You can fill them with buttercream. You can fill them with fruits. You can fill them like with anything. So I like doing cupcakes too.
Gotcha. So for you, amidst everything going on with the lockdown, the quarantine, and I know that you're not saying that, everything has been great, given circumstances, but it's like one of the things I said, a lot of people have been on the fence as to how the lockdown has been. And I have been the person to always say, at least for me, it depends on which side of the fence that you're on in this situation. So it so happened that you're on the good side of the fence, where it's been beneficial to you business-wise. Yeah. What do you think you're going to take from this and do outside of the quarantine that you have been doing right now to continue to make your business successful?
Honestly, I would say the biggest thing that I've been doing now that I wasn't really doing before is really marketing myself. Really posting a lot. Because I mean, even on my personal page, my personal Instagram, I really don't like posting. But I realized that posting is so important. Like, you literally need to post every day. And I think with the previous sale that I just did for Memorial Day, it was so successful because I posted every single day, like every day. How I had to think of it was like, okay, well, I posted on Monday. It's Tuesday. I don't feel like posting, but you know what? There might be somebody online on Tuesday that wasn't online on Monday, so they need to see what you have going on. So constantly posting. And I think also like I mentioned to you, that I wanted to get better with my content, just making my page like more, I don't know, attractive. I do interact with people that, that comment on, my stuff or whatever, engaging with potential customers. Yeah, and I would think I'll still continue with having like, little specials and things of that nature, because people love a sale. People love a sale. People love, to know that they can get something very good at a good price. And that's one of the things that I would say that I've struggled with before is, when it comes to pricing and things of that nature. But I'm really sensitive to what's going on in the economy now. So I don't want to be that person that, everyone to each its own, whatever. But me personally, I just, I'd rather have like a little sale or a special, just so that people can feel like, hey, I can still celebrate my birthday. I can celebrate my husband, my wife, my child, whatever, and not have to break the bank to do it. So, but yeah, those are the things I probably do once this is all over.
Gotcha. And it's necessary because you have to in order for you to keep your sanity and stay happy, you have to find things to do so. And if just having a cake and smiling makes you feel better, then have it. I've seen almost everybody have cheat days during this lockdown.
Hello.
I was laughing at my mom. My mom is very health conscious, and I've been by my mom for like 3 days now, and she's cheated every day. And you have not helped. So you have been part of the influence of her cheating.
Sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to have I call it like my lightning round, where I just ask about, 5 to 8 questions, and you have like 5 seconds to answer, which I enjoy. It's fun, and it's very random.
Okay.
Okay, so before I go in, Lauren is Guyanese. Lauren, tell me that you're Guyanese, because if you're not, then our whole friendship was based on a lie.
Of Guyanese descent, yes.
Okay, good. I want to make sure our friendship is based on that. Okay. Favorite Guyanese proverb?
If you don't hear, you're going to feel.
Oh gosh. What is something that in your cake making that you have to explain to a Guyanese person over and over because culturally it's different?
Whoa. I don't, that's a stump. That one stumped me. Maybe like how I keep my cakes. How I keep it. Like my mom, she kind of lets things sit out to cool. I kind of like to wrap it up in paper, not paper, in saran wrap, and I put it in like the fridge or the freezer. And she never understood that. Just like, your cakes are gonna dry out. Well, I was like, they have not dried out yet. Like, but it's a trick that I learned, but she doesn't understand.
Gotcha. What do you do in your spare time?
I watch Chicago PD. I like crime shows. I like Chicago PD. I like Law and Order, SVU. And yeah, watching those shows, playing with Ethan. I would love to sleep, but that doesn't really happen. So yeah.
Here's that. Favorite makeup item? Specific thing, you can't live it out pertaining to your makeup.
Concealer.
Ooh. That's a good one. Yeah. I wouldn't have guessed that one. And I think because you don't sleep.
It's important.
See?
Right before I came on here, I was like, let me try a little bit here. And what I like with concealer too is that, you can use it to kind of like make your eyebrows look more polished, like they're done. So yeah, so it serves a twofold purpose.
Gotcha. Favorite food?
Italian, anything Italian food.
Ooh. Favorite Italian food?
Ravioli.
Oh, I don't know how to make it. Can you make it?
No, my mom could. Growing up, my mom used to make me ravioli all the time.
I've never made it. Every time I bought it for Andrew, it was from the store.
And it's weird. And it's weird because I haven't had it in a long time. But I have those moments where I'm like, oh, I should buy some ravioli. I'm like, you know what? No, I don't need ravioli.
Share the video with her in hopes that she makes it for you. It's your birthday. You should be making some demands.
I should ask her to do that, for real. Like,
Come on, let's make some demands for the birthday. Oh, gosh. Okay. Shoes or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Yeah. Okay. So when a Guyanese person says shoes, what do they mean?
I'm thinking heels. In my head, I'm thinking heels.
No. When Guyanese people say shoes, it's anything that goes in your foot is shoes. It's not matter. There's no distinction between pumps, sneakers, sandals. There's nothing. At least back in the day. Let me not represent us now. Lauren, how long have you even left Guyana?
Oh, God. It's the last time I was there. Carried her.
You're about to pull out your receipts.
I think it was either 2007 or 2009. I went for my cousin's funeral. That was the last time I was there.
Aww.
Yeah, he passed from lupus, so that was the last time I was there. And then a lot of my my family, they're here now. So yeah,
I hear that. Well, I had a wonderful time chatting with you. I love it. Before we go, is there anything you like to tell our, listeners, our viewers about yourself, about cake, about how to get cake from you, about how to get you for an event? Because y'all need to book. I'm telling you. Listen, I am a foodie. Mm-hmm. I like my cakes. And Lauren satisfied my cake needs. She really, really does. I have no need to lie to anybody. It benefits me nothing. So you would need this information in your life. You need it. If you like cakes, you like to have and not just have cakes, but I mean, it's just the presentation, the sweet table. Like she goes all out. She puts her heart into it each time. And I feel like that's so important today. Like you want to trust the person that is taking care of your food. And I trust her in general, but also pertaining to that. So book her. So tell us, Lauren. Well, the best way is to follow me on Facebook, Sweets by Lo, or Instagram. It's sweets.by.lo. And you can reach me there. I mean, of course, you can text me through there too. My number is connected to both of Facebook and Instagram. So you can text me, send an email. I'm usually very good with responding to things within maybe like 12 to 24 hours. I've been really good with responding to people. So that's the best way to reach me. And my site says that I like to make your event a sweet one. Even if it's just that, little final touch to whatever you have going on, I want to be a part of it. Gotcha. Great. So guys, one other thing, the Lo for her is without a W. It is just L-O. Mm-hmm. Right? So when you're looking for it, don't add the W. I don't know whose Instagram is that. We don't want you to follow them. We want you to follow her. And I'll put all her information in the description below. So make sure you go ahead and follow Lauren. Book her for whatever event you have coming up. And when we do have our TED event, she's going to be supplying our cake. So, yay. Okay. So, Lauren, thank you so much. Enjoy your birthday. Thank you for taking time for your birthday to spend with me. Thank you. Bye, Lauren. Bye. Thank you, sweetie.